Imagine carrying a secret so dark, so devastating, that if the person who loves you most in the world were to find out, they would never look at you the same way again. Today, I will open my heart and share something I've never had the courage to say. You'll understand why, until now, I've hidden this truth from my grandmother, and why her forgiveness might be impossible. Dear Grandma, I write this letter with a heavy heart and a torn conscience, knowing that every word I place on this paper carries a confession that may hurt the image you have of me. The burden I've been carrying is unbearable. Yet the hardest part is imagining the disappointment in your eyes if you were ever to learn the whole truth. I have always been deeply grateful for the values you've instilled in me, for your patience, and for the example of kindness you have consistently shown. I grew up listening to your stories about tough choices and how doing what's right should always prevail, even when it seems the hardest path. You are the moral compass of our family, the foundation that has kept us united and strong. And for that reason, admitting that I have strayed from these teachings fills me with shame. There was a moment, or perhaps a series of small moments, when I allowed my moral compass to falter. It wasn't something planned. It wasn't even something I imagined I was capable of doing. But circumstances, pressures, and my own failings led me to choices I cannot justify, not even to myself. Sometimes I feel like two different people. The one striving to be worthy of your love and respect, and the one who has failed irreparably. I know that, to you, Grandma, honesty is the cornerstone upon which everything is built. Lies, no matter how small, corrode trust like rust. And what I've done is no small lie. It was a series of decisions that pulled me away from the truth, each one easier to justify than the last, until I found myself so far from who I should be that I no longer knew how to return. I wish I could explain, to offer a reason that makes sense, but there are no excuses for what I did. I know you've always believed in the power of forgiveness, but that belief was grounded in the idea that true remorse leads to redemption. The problem, Grandma, is that what I've done is so grave that I feel no apology could ever be enough to mend the damage. Every time I look at you, I feel the weight of my secret like a wall between us. There are moments when I almost forget. When we're laughing together, when you tell me stories of your autumn walks through the fields, or when you teach me those recipes only you know how to make. But then, the memory of the truth comes crashing back, and I fall silent. You always ask why I seem so pensive, why I'm no longer the grandchild who used to share everything with you. The answer is that guilt holds me prisoner. The truth, Grandma, is that if you knew what I've done, I don't believe you would forgive me. I can't imagine you continuing to look at me with the warm and trusting eyes that have always welcomed me. The thought of losing your love and respect is a pain greater than any punishment the world could impose. Sometimes I wonder if I should just confess, accept the consequences, and try in some way to rebuild what's been lost. But fear paralyzes me. What if, in confessing, I lose you forever? What if, in revealing the truth, I confirm what I fear most, that people are ultimately defined by their worst mistakes? It's a thought that haunts me, because you've always taught me that we are more than our failures, that we have the ability to grow, learn, and redeem ourselves. But would that belief survive the impact of my truth? I don't expect you to understand, nor do I expect you to forgive. I only wish you to know that every day that passes, every decision I make, is deeply influenced by the desire to be better, to get closer to the person you hoped I would be. More than anything, I want to regain the ability to look at you without feeling as though I'm betraying your love. I want to once again be worthy of your trust. I don't know if I will ever have the courage to give you this letter, or even to verbalize what truly happened. But writing these words is, in some way, a step towards the truth. Perhaps one day I will find the strength to confess, to face the consequences, and maybe, just maybe, to seek forgiveness, though it feels unattainable now. Until that day, I want you to know that I love you deeply, and the regret I feel is a constant weight on my heart. Everything I do is guided by the hope of honoring the person you are, and the lessons you've always imparted. Perhaps that will never be enough to erase my wrongdoing, but it's the only way I know to move forward. With all sincerity and a broken heart, your grandchild. If this story touched you and made you think about the secrets we keep, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Every letter here is a reminder of the importance of being honest with those we love. With your help, these messages can reach more people who need to hear them. And now, I'd love to hear from you. If you had to choose between sharing a painful truth or keeping a secret to protect someone, what would you do? Leave a comment below and let me know your choice. I read and respond to every comment.